Hey everyone, how's it going today? This is Peter and welcome to this week's Maritime May event of this month of May. As you know, I do Maritime May every year and this is the second year that I'm doing this, as I have received feedback from the Maritime May event I did in 2025 and we're doing it again. And guess what? This week we're doing a brand new 2026 release, and this is the Lego City 60504 Coast Guard Rescue Boat, and it consists of 742 pieces. So without further ado, let's get straight into it and let's fire up the time-lapse build. I really am excited. And I'm really looking forward to getting this one built. I will speak to you all at the end and we will go through this beautiful set with the functions and that after the time-lapse build. that's this 2026 Coast Guard boat set all complete, and I will be honest, I really did enjoy building this 2026 set. That is the 60504. That is the Coast Guard rescue boat, and it consists of 742 pieces. I've got a generous amount of spares. However, I do have a bit of a critic about this set though, because the part that should have come with it, I could not complete this section because they didn't give me the right piece to clip into here to do the helicopter tail support. So sadly, not very impressed with that, but it is what it is. I'm not really bothered because I do have some correct spares from other sets and job lots of Lego I've bought in the past. But one thing I will say though, right, before we go into the play features of this, is that you do get 5 Lego minifigures, which includes one sailor that has a problem with his boat as represented by the flames here, and that would probably be a nice collaboration with the fireboat that I covered in the previous video. And we do have a helicopter with a female pilot, so I'll just tilt the camera down, so just twizzle that just freely spins. The inertia on that is a bit weak, so it doesn't spin for long. Same with the tail fin, so there is room for improvement there, but it does the job. All 3 boats on this set do float on water, so if you're playing with this in the paddling pool or a swimming pool, I'm not sure if it would fit in a bathtub, but most small ones it probably wouldn't because it's just too wide. But if you lower this lever down here, you can deploy this into the swimming pool or the paddling pool. So you've got a floating dinghy with a rescue worker on board as well. So he's floating the boat, so he's operating the motor, and he's got a first aid, medical or EMT bag in his hand, so I guess he's a doctor as well. So he's coming over to rescue this guy that's in distress as his boat's decided to torch itself, and it's quite a nice detailed set in my opinion. So you've got plenty of play value in this one, I must admit that. And I've always liked Lego boats, and judging from the feedback and going by all the gorgeous feedback and the lovely positive and constructive feedback I got from last year's Maritime May, I did decide let's go for another go for this year of 2026, and this is the 3rd video in the series for this year. So we will be covering another large boat set, although I'm not going to ruin any surprises. So you've got plenty of play value on there. So it's got a functioning ramp on the back, and you've got 5 minifigures, and you've got a gorgeous interior detail. So if we just take that off, and I'll take this one off the back so he doesn't go flying anywhere he's not supposed to. But if you lift this off, you can actually access the medic that's in the treatment room at the bottom, and you've also got the opening pressure door on the back, so that opens up like that, and there's a lot of play value. So we get a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minifigures, as we do have the captain on deck who is piloting the boat and taking it to the rescue scene as quick as he can. And this bit just comes away, so you can change it all around and customize it to your own needs, and you can switch the crews around very easily. There's a lot of play value in this. And speaking of Lego City, I would love to see Lego and whoever developed the Lego City Undercover video game do another Lego City video game with some of these newer sets included, because it'd be really, really nice. It's been quite a while since we've had anything as fun as that. So just some hints there for some future stuff. As you know, I do like to build Lego, and I do love to do video games that are based on Lego as well, but I have that on a totally different channel. so that's not related to this one, but I may put a link in the pinned comment if anyone is interested in seeing video game playthroughs and that as well. But anyway, that's all for this week, everybody. This is Peter signing out. If you enjoyed the video, please press the like button. It really is appreciated. I really appreciate your comments, your positive and constructive feedback, and your support for this channel, as this is the second year that it's been on YouTube, and I just share my passion for Lego and non-Lego brick builds. And that concludes this video. Have a blessed week, stay happy, keep on being creative, keep on doing the things you love, and I will see you all in the next Monday's Lego build that will draw Maritime May to a close on a positive note. That's all for now.